Sí.
Un saludo especial para la gente hermosa de Canadá.
Muchas gracias.
Desde Cali, Colombia. Allá está haciendo frío, aquí no. A toda la gente beautiful de Canadá. You people, I love you forever. And you're from Colombia. Hey, bye bye.
The ocean breeze is saying Colombia, that's the life.
Buenas empanadas, damas y caballeros, and welcome to Mompox in Colombia. And I tell you, I've gotten off to it's been an interesting start, let's just put it that way. I left Bucaramanga at about 6:45 a.m. Just arrived here about 35 minutes ago, and where the bus dropped me off, it was all dirt roads and it wasn't looking. Alright, I'm starting to have problems with my action camera just stopping in the middle of when I'm talking, so just gonna have to piece this together and deal with it. Anyhow, as I was saying, I arrived at the terminal, if you can call it that, and it's all dirt roads, and I thought that was the Plaza Principal, and I'm thinking, holy smokes, this is not what I was expecting at all. So anyway, I found my way to the hotel easily enough. Just happened to be a sign right by the terminal. So I found my way to the hotel, checked in, and I haven't really had anything to eat all day, so it's all just about past 3:30, I think, p.m. Anyway, I start walking towards the area where the lady told me there's restaurants, and it started looking a little bit nicer, and then I asked three police ladies where are the restaurants, and they pointed me further down. And by the time I walked another couple blocks, it was actually looking like more like I expected. So anyway, funny part was that I finally found this restaurant, just looking for a place with almuerzos típicos, typical of the region. And anyhow, I go in, and we had a little bit of a language problem. People speak with a different kind of a, whatever you want to call it, just in a different way around here. So took a little bit of a while to communicate what he had to offer for the menu del dia, and anyways, here we go. Soup has arrived and I'm hungry. So right over there from my table is the mighty Rio Magdalena, the biggest river that flows through Colombia. Right there, straight ahead, that's the restaurant. Here comes the food guy. I had a little bit of a communication problem with. Let's see what the food looks like. Comes the guy with my coca. ¿Qué tipo de coca tiene? We had a little bit of a miscommunication. He said cacao or coco? Coco. And I said coca. Es diferencia. Muchas gracias.
Vale.
Muy amable. What do we have here? We have plátano, we have rice, I think that's chicken, a little salad, and got some, I presume, lemonade. Let's try it. I think it's lemonade. Very good. Me hungry. Me eat now. As is so common here, I have a new friend. Alright, if you want to come here, food is pretty good. Buen sabor. Restaurante, cafeteria, buen sabor.
Casi te caes. Casi te caes, Jerónimo. Mi coca está llegando allá.
They're making fun of me now for what I ordered earlier. Menu.
Not the same.
Bueno. Muchas gracias.
A la orden.
Hasta luego, pues. Chao.
Luego. Solo.
So long. Not too many people know how to say so long down here. Anyhow, 4 things I noticed right away about this place. 1, it's kind of humid, pretty warm. I'm glad there's actually cloud cover at the moment. 2, there seems to be more panhandlers than normal. 3, there is, I've already bumped into several gringos, travelers, extranjeros, so it's obviously not as off the gringo path as I was expecting. And 4 was that the rice, which is so typical of plates down here in Colombia, it's got a much different flavor to it. This rice, which is, you can see from the plate, was a darker brownish looking rice, but it was much sweeter and actually much more flavorful, and I actually like it a lot more than the regular white rice, even though back home I really don't even eat rice, but whatever. So let's do a first impression, and I'll show you around. As per usual, I don't really know a whole heck of a lot about this place that I'm visiting for the first time, but I do know that it has a lot of historical significance. So I'll dig into that as we go. I know there's tour guides who can give guided tours and tell the entire story in Spanish or English, so I'll check into the prices for that. But yeah, first impressions, now that I know that it's not all grungy dirt roads and run-down buildings, it's a pretty cool place, but a little more touristy than I was expecting. Here you have your typical bags and things, and there's all kinds of restaurants along the promenade here. Buenas. Beautiful old wooden doors. Music coming from everywhere. It is about 4 o'clock or so it's kind of in between time for jugos naturales. It's in between time for lunch and dinner. People typically have lunch a lot later down here than us Canadians. Nicely made baskets. And basically right here, as far as I can tell, is La Plaza Principal and Tourism Central. As a matter of fact, I'm guessing that this, whatever you want to call it, floating semi-boat thing, I think that's going to be part of the dinner sunset cruise that I have heard about. And that's an even bigger one. That's a double-decker. Nobody's on that one for whatever reason. Everybody's loading up on that, so I'm going to look into the price for that. I don't think it's cheap though. So as best as I understand, they're going to go for about a 3-hour tour, just like Gilligan and the skipper and the rest of them. Hopefully they'll make it back. As you can see, they have the three-wheeled trikes or tuk-tuks or whatever you'd like to call them. They're so popular now in Colombia. And this is the main cathedral and La Plaza Principal. Not a whole lot of greenery in this Plaza Principal, only a little bit over here. One of those open style ones. Now the full name of this town is actually Santa Cruz de Mompox. Let's see, is this the date? No, it's something in 1910. El Día 2 de Febrero de 1910. Not sure what that was about. Anyway, things are nicely painted down in this area here. But on the side streets, as you can see, they're a little more rustic looking. I don't know if that was on purpose or what the deal is. But yeah, I'm gonna guess that it's probably at least 30 degrees Celsius. It's a little toasty. Even in the shade where I'm at right now, it feels like it's 30 Celsius. Beautiful potted flowers. Now let's see, is this church open? That door there is open, but not the main door. I don't think that will get me through. Maybe tomorrow, or maybe later. They've definitely done a really nice job of beautifying this main area here with all these colorful flowers and palm trees over here. This is all more just plain old white colors along here, obviously. Let's wander around the block. Yeah, I haven't seen a place that has a whole bunch of planted palm trees like this before along the main plaza. Yeah, all kinds of different kinds of stores and restaurants. And again, you can see the difference right there. And that's all kind of not kept up so much. That's a little curious. And the same all along here, actually. And this street, just around the corner, is all just white and green or brown doors. So if I'm correct, Pedra de Bolivar, that means the places where I'm guessing Simón Bolívar started off. It says Llegó diciembre 26 de 1812. So did Simon Bolivar arrive here in 1812 and then carry on to these other places here? Not sure. We'll go with that for now. Again, the mighty Rio Magdalena. So down here things get a little more colorful again, so I guess there's no particular scheme. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that's the flag of Switzerland.
Muy buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes. Nice outdoor seating here. It's definitely a tiny bit of a breeze out here, but still pretty warm. Love the iron window grates with the beautiful colored flowers to offset the iron. Even on the streets that are a little bit off the beaten path, they have these beautiful multicolored flowers and pots. Very nice. Starting to become more and more impressed. Okay, now I'm starting to get a better idea of just how old this town is here. This is actually in English, and it's talking about 1606, and this is a smaller church. I'll show you here in a second. I think these are all walking streets except for motorcycles that I'm on right now, so they're kind of blocked off, which is always nice. There you go, a little bit better view of it. and it's open. So let's check it out. Wow, this is really different. Normally you don't see such intricate work in the wood. You know, when it's way up there it's not so fancy, it's just a plain old beam, but this is much darker wood than usual. Definitely different. I don't see any stained glass, which is again kind of different. Main shrine area. Now I guess that flag with red and white is not Switzerland as I thought. It must be a local flag or something. Although you never know, those sneaky Swiss people, they might have got some might have had a hand in populating the area to begin with, who knows. Some nice subtle light coming in from the windows. Oh, they even have fans bolted to the posts. That's 2 times in the last week I've seen that, and I don't think I'd ever seen that before. Fans bolted to the oh, this is the little spiral staircase that only goes up to that little booth there. That's different. Do we have a inner courtyard here? Yes, we do. I just love these inner courtyards. It's a really cool idea. And then you got privacy in your own place. It's like a nice little tiny private park almost. Me likey. I'm gonna guess this isn't anyone in particular, it's just a artist rendition of a person. And then we have another way out here. Very nice. And here we have our obligatory panaderia. Looks like they have quite a nice selection. So along here you can see all whitewashed buildings, so it doesn't look like anything in particularly exciting is happening down that way. So yeah, this here says Sunset Tour. Let's check out this boat a little closer that doesn't have anybody on it, so, or maybe there's a couple people, but it doesn't look like it's going to fill up. It's quite a boat. Canoa Leo Magdalena. So I don't know how things would work, because that other one was down there and it's pretty full, and then all the others are empty, so maybe they kind of intersperse them and one guy gets a full tour one day and the next day another guy gets a tour. More speculation on my part, of course. I don't know if these bikes are kind of just there randomly and people can take them and pedal them around, or one has to pay. So many mysteries in this town to be solved. So I'm about 3 blocks now away from the Plaza Principal, and this nice walkway just goes on. Very nice walkway, I have to tell you that. It's really nice, and so far really clean, but I can't say that for all the towns leading up to here. There are actually tons of garbage strewn about the sides of the roads, and even literally right up to the line where Mompox started, there's a lot of garbage. But at least the town itself is nice and clean. Child clinging onto his dad there as he pedals along. Basically all along here. Oh, I've seen that person on the bus. Basically all along here you have tables and chairs, and then on the other side here you got your shops and cocktails and cervezas, jugos naturales, natural juices, lemonade, kind of your typical things. Hopefully you can get a sense for how wide and big this river is. Two little kids. Hola. Tortillas.
Oye, la señora Filita viene lejos.
Buenas tardes. ¿Cómo estás?
Bien, gracias, papá.
Bueno, gracias. The lively people of Colombia. So now we have another church, another cathedral. So we'll have a look. It's kind of closed. It's 3 cathedrals in about a span of 4 blocks. Sorry, it's a little bright with the sun there. I hear some drumming over here. Maybe there's some excitement going on over here.
Aquí, grábenos.
Hola. ¿Cómo? Oh, ¿quiere decir hola?
Hola.
Saludos de Mompox.
Saludos de Mompox, así con los negritos.
¿Estás de Mompox?
Mira, mira, chupa.
Ah, bueno.
Negrito, negrito.
¿Qué es la significa de eso?
Los negritos, somos negritos que estamos pintados de puro negro,
Sí,
carbón,
sí.
puro carbón. Negrito de
Ah,
puro
ok.
negro, carbón.
Ah, ok. ¿Es en fiesta? ¿Puro en fiesta?
¿Usted es gringo?
Sí, well, soy de Canadá, canadiense.
¿De Canadá?
Sí, sí, señor.
¿Qué bacanería?
Bus de Bucaramanga.
¿De Bucaramanga?
Sí.
¿Y tú viajas por todo el mundo?
Todo no.
Bastantes países.
Unas partes, Tailandia, Australia.
¿Y China?
China, sí, 2 veces a China.
¿Allá comen perro?
¿Como perro?
Como los perros esos así. ¿Tú no tienes de mascota? Sí.
¿Tienen perro?
Allá comen los perros esos que ladran.
Ah, ya.
Sí, sí se lo comen.
Sí.
Sí se lo comen. ¿Tú comido? ¿Tú comes perro?
Ah, en el pasado no. ¿Tú?
Yo no. ¿Cómo? Aquí
¿Por
se llama
qué?
perro caliente un pan con una salchicha.
Aquí es común para tomar perro.
Perro. No comemos perro.
Ok.
Perro caliente. Es una mascota. Ay, ese pelacón no vino para acá. Hola.
Hola.
Pícate, mamá.
¿Estás grabando? Ah, bueno, mucho gusto, señores. Soy Tomás de Canadá. Mucho gusto.
¿Cómo llama su canal? ¿Se hace video?
Ah, en inglés es travel, es viajes, travel and adventure
En español.
with Thomas.
Y en español.
Viajes y aventura con Tomás.
¿Me entiendes?
¿No entiende?
Que también está en la oreja. No, mi gente, vayan a seguirnos a él.
Bueno,
Nosotros también grabamos contenido. Chao.
bueno, mucho gusto. Chao.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, I got some black on my knuckles, so that's okay. All right, so obviously stumbled across a little, it's the Day of Negros, and down here in Colombia they call the black people negros, which means black, so there's no big deal to call a black person a negro. And I don't know the significance of why they paint their faces with more charcoal, so it's even blacker, but that's cool that they're celebrating their heritage, I presume, and good for them. Friendly little kids here in Mompox. Hear the drumming, getting closer. This is my first objective. Right now we have a big group down there, so I'm gonna put my camera down while I approach them and try and get a feel and ask if they don't mind if I watch or take some video, because they might not like that. Who knows? And there's a big bunch of them, so I'll try to be respectful. Gracias.
Hay varios apellidos. Hay un apellido de Filipo, hay unos de Filipo Echeverri, hay otros que son Rodríguez, hay otros que son de León. Y esos de Filipo tienen unos primos hermanos o hermanos de crianza que eran de apellido Villanueva. Los padres de nosotros que ya han ido muriendo. Es decir, yo por ejemplo tengo 65 años, llegué aquí de 6 años. Y desde que tengo 6 años no he dejado de venir. Ya mi abuela murió, aquí tengo todavía 3 tíos. Entonces son encuentros de primos que los programamos por vía WhatsApp, por teléfono, que eventualmente nos vemos y los convocamos y resulta. Entonces, alguien monta la logística, una familia vive en esas casas, en esta casa. Hay una familia que vive en esta casa, otra en la casa rosada y la otra en la casa azul. Entonces nos convocamos muy fácil y ponemos la música. Ahora viene otro grupo, este es el segundo, ahora viene otro grupo. Entonces hacemos esta reunión.
Muchas gracias por la explicación.
Sí. Y se nos ocurrió hacerlo aquí debajo de los árboles, que es bonito. Aquí los que estamos nos conocimos de niños y ya estamos viejos. Todavía nos acordamos de nos tocó cuando el río, este río lo navegaban barcos grandes. Barcos grandes porque Mompox fue un puerto comercial de mucha vida. Aquí llegaba por el río, desde Barranquilla llegaba el ganado, la cerveza, los alimentos. Y aquí salía el ganado para Barranquilla y para otras ciudades, por aquí mismo salía.
I think a whiskey.
Ay, sí, mira cómo tengo esos pies, qué vergüenza, que van a decir mis amistades.
Actually, I think it's rum. And Brian's all kinds of interesting things in the first 2.5 hours of being here. Yeah, I think that was rum. And again, I don't really drink alcohol, but try to get that out of the sun. Again, if you run across a unique little event like that going on, and the guy came right up to me, started explaining what was going on in great detail, took a good 5 minutes to talk to me. So when I was offered whatever the drink was, whiskey or rum, I don't know. I'm not so strict that I'm going to turn down something like that during a unique opportunity like that with good people. It's not going to kill me. So there you go. That's my take on it, at least. Little sports, whatever you want to call it, pitch right over there. As you can see, the street is all nicely lined with trees and all the way back that way. I don't know if you can still hear the music in the background or not, but so far it's a nice town. It's not a city, it's not a big town. If I wanted to, I could probably walk from one end to the other in about, I don't know, 30 minutes by looking at the map. There they are over there, still drumming away. And that kind of drumming is typically what you'd hear if you're on the coast, which I'm only about 4 hours away from. Buenas tardes, ¿cómo estás? As a matter of fact, in 2 or 3 days, depending how much I find to do here, I'll be heading to the coast. I'm looking forward to getting to the ocean. I haven't been by the ocean yet on this trip, and I live right by the ocean in Canada, so I definitely miss it. There goes the boat on the sunset tour. Hopefully I'll be doing that tomorrow night. Here's a little bit of information about the tour options. Vive la magia de Mompox. Long live the magic of Mompox. River tour. Doesn't say how much they are though. Walking 2 or 3 hours. The route of the Filigrana, whatever that is, 90 minutes. Gastronomica, 2 hours. Ruta Alfombre Momposina. Don't know what that is either, 2 hours. What do we have down here? Another nice little inner courtyard. Not sure if this is all part of a mall or a restaurant or a hotel or all the above. Whatever it is, looks very nice. Hammocks, obviously. Some kind of a kitchen dining room area. Yeah, I'm guessing this is a hotel. I'm noticing there's a lot of jewelry stores here. And I saw on one sign, at least, oro, which is gold. So I'll save that for tomorrow and I'll dig into that and find out why there's so many jewelry shops. So obviously they're mining something that this area is known for. And I'll save a few things for tomorrow. It's going to be last light now, so I'm just biding my time until I can go back to the Plaza Principal and take a couple of nice photos. Hopefully there'll even be a nice bit of color in the sky. ¿Tiene algo que es típico de esta área o cuál es? Ah, okay. It's cheesecake. Cheesecake? Torta de queso. En inglés, cheesecake. ¿Cuánto es?
Son 500 la porción.
Okay. Y sí. Una de torta de queso y
¿Quieres
una de torta de queso, sí. Cheesecake. Damn it. So yeah, cheese is kind of famous here.
servilletica o una bolsita?
Ah, por acá. Y quiero algo más.
Una bolsita.
Y es torta de chocolate o
Chocolate.
una. Entonces para llevar. Para llevar.
¿Torta de qué? Repita.
Eso es torta de queso, ¿sí? En inglés, cheesecake. Cheesecake. Ah, chocolate cake.
Pero
Chocolate.
dímelo en español.
Sí, torta de chocolate. I can tell you one thing for sure without even tasting this is that this so-called cheesecake does not taste really anything like a typical good cheesecake that we have back home or in the US or in many other places, but I asked her for something that's special of this area, which I always like to do, try everything, and that's what she said, torta de queso, cheesecake. So give it a whirl. Who knows, maybe it'll be better than most of the cheesecakes I've tried where they call it cheesecake. like this is a little park and behind the main cathedral that I haven't seen yet. So the main cathedral is open now. Might have been open before, but it's a side door. So I stand corrected, the main doors are open now, so maybe they just open it once it isn't quite so hot, even though it's still hot. I think these people on the corner are selling some kind of a little cheese bun or cheese that's famous, so I'll check that out tomorrow. So this is the little church that I passed when I was first trying to figure out where the heck I was. And I was thinking this was the Plaza Principal at first, but as it turned out it wasn't. But now it's turned into a little food vendor's court. That's always really cool. Pizza. So I just learned the sunset tour is 50,000 pesos, which is not too bad, 2 hours and 20 minutes. So I'll definitely do that tomorrow. And at this point, while it's still light out, I'm going to say goodbye for day one here in Mompox. It's been a fun day actually. Exceeded my expectations a little bit. Sometimes it's neat. Anyhow, hope you enjoyed the video. And remember, don't get killed when you get across the street, and there's no you in Colombia. Till next time, hasta las tacos. Ciao.